Hey all, how's it going? It's Dave up on the job site yet again. It's a beautiful Sunday. It's the 15th of December. So nothing going on today. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm getting ready to go and keep working on the road. Um, I'd say I'm like 80% done. Well, at least 80% down the hill. But where I'm working right now kind of sucks. There's a lot of bindweed. But once I pull it out, it's going to be a lot easier to maintain in the future. So heading down. There's a couple spots that are shaded. It's like only 1 o'clock on Sunday, so the sun's cooking. So I'm staying in the shade. But I figured I'd take you guys for a quick walk around here, show you what's been going on, and what we got going on here for next week. Let's swing around here. Okay. Again, focus is really just on this unit right now. So next week we're going to get these covered. Just do a simple metal cover. Obviously, it's not something that we have to access with a whole lot of frequency. It'll probably actually be a cover with a hinge in the middle so you can swing it up. In fact, the hinge doesn't even have to be in the middle. It could be somewhere along here, just enough to swing it up to be able to get a pipe down in there to do whatever poop suctioning has to be done. But you know, they're kind of unsafe as it is right here. To fall in there would hurt a lot. And then we've got these drains here as well that we'll do a cover for. On this one, it's actually over here, so it should be really easy. We were able to have this one be incorporated into the parking pad here, and then all the water from the roof will come down into a drain here, which goes all the way over there to where it goes way down the hill. Back before we even broke ground, I will give Steph a lot of credit, God rest his soul, that he knew that it was important to make sure that drainage was taken care of up here, because we got a lot of rain in the rainy season and you don't want any erosion taking place. That's also why we put so much effort into all of these walls. We didn't have to do it this way. We could have done a lot cheaper and not as nice. But this was the right way to do it. And this is the way that keeps the property solid for years and years to come. I mean, this is a hell of a wall. I mean, I watched them build every single stone of this, and I know how solid they are. So, I'm procrastinating. I don't want to go work on the road, but I really want to be done with it. I want that feeling of accomplishment. So, other than getting the covers built, another priority obviously here is railing. Just pretty straightforward. We've got these wide pieces. No, we don't have any of them over here. But it's like I would say 3 inches wide by about 1 inch, and that'll be the railing along the top, and then there will be posts along periodically, and then we'll just do those cables, the accent cables with tensioners in between those balusters. I think they're called, right? Because the top is the banister, and the up and down ones, the perpendicular ones, are balusters. You know, it'd be good to have it done all the way around here. You know, that's a little bit of a fall. It'd probably be nice to have some safety. Maybe we'll wait a little bit until the construction's done, just so it's a lot easier for people to get through here with doors and windows and whatnot. Looks like a picture, like a photograph right there, framed. Let's see, I know we're going to start working on ceilings in here next week. Did I mention we got 2 new guys coming on Monday? Not new guys, but additional guys. They've worked here before. If I didn't mention it, I'm mentioning it. Railing along here would be nice. Same type. Don't need to go all crazy. Have different types of shit. Same railing all the way along here with the tensioners in between each one of these guys, so there'll be a railing around here, because that's a fall that you would die from for sure, as you tumble your way down, hitting things on your way down. Sorry, that's the EMT in me picturing that fall. Okay. All of the main structure is not only done, but it is painted. And not only is it painted, it's painted twice. Because first they painted it red, which is an anti-corrosion. So for all of these welded spots and everything, super duper protected. And then they painted it black because that's the color that kind of our metal accent trim is going to be up here. Probably, you know, I might do something a little bit lighter on the railings just so that your arms don't catch on fire if you want to like lean against the railing. But maybe I'm getting too into the weeds on all of that. But this looks freaking great. And we did this, they call it a California beam here, so that we don't have to have a post right in the middle of the floor. However, we did figure something out that was a little annoying, but is not the end of the world. The floor that I'm standing on is not floor rock. You know, what do we use? We use this stuff that's like, you know, stone. What, I'm blanking on the name of it. But this is the width that is made for walls, not for floors. If you, let's see, let me show you a comparison here. So if you come down on this one and see, oh, is that really fuzzy? You can't see that yet, can you? Come on, baby, zoom in. Anyway, this is super thick right here, and there's no give to it. This right here is not as thick. I wish I could show you a cross section. Oh, there we go, right here. It's like this. Compare this, the thinness here, with the thickness here. Well, frickin' Roberto Dum Dum. I mean, we've got it all. We've got the right material. So it's just sitting in a pile. They just used the wrong freaking stuff. So when I would walk on this, it was always sagging. And even though it's super duper strong underneath with this super steel reinforcement, these panels are just so thin that I could feel it sagging, and I was kind of concerned. You know, I'm not that fat. But I was thinking, well, once we get it finished, you won't notice it. Well, no, we used the wrong material. So fortunately, we can reuse all this stuff. I mean, it's not like it's going to waste, and we have the right stuff. So once the roof is done, they'll have to replace this floor, and then we'll worry about the floor and everything. But first things first. So that's kind of what's on our mission for the next week or so. We've talked about finishing this structure here. This is obviously where the electrical is going to come through, and we'll have a panel on the inside somewhere in there. And then we're also going to enclose this at some point because we want to do a water storage. That's where the water comes in from the well. We want to do a big ass tank right here and then have it in an enclosed structure that'll come about to here. And so we'll probably extend that wall and delete the fence just to about there. And then this will be not only a room for the electrical and the water, but also just some kind of storage for miscellaneous stuff, maybe some yard tools or whatnot. But storage is always a good thing. But that's another pretty big endeavor. Oh, and then this will be an extension. See, it comes right up to the edge of the stairway here, but we're like, hey, why don't we just create another deck space right here? So for this one unit, they'll be able to walk out onto this and have their own little breakfast deck on this one. And in fact, we've also talked about the fact that even though it's only going to come out to here as a building, we'll do an overhang, a roof, like so that you can park another car underneath there too, with some covered parking, because this is the end here, and so you'll be able to park one car underneath there and then one car kind of in that general area where the carport will come over. Carport, whatever you want. Yeah, that's about right. I'd call it a carport. See, this is all the right floor. This is just freaking solid as rock. This is the thick stuff. And if I was more familiar, I would have been able to tell just by a glance, because actually when you look at them, they're definitely different in appearance, enough that somebody should have known the frickin' difference. I bought these screens. They'll be fine. They're not the greatest for privacy, but once the plants grow up, it'll be a bit better. Pain in the ass just to do that one. So I got two others that will do. along this fence line to create that privacy. I think I need a couple more to finish it off. I don't think I'll do one behind the wall there, but we'll probably paint the wall so it doesn't look awful to the neighbors. But yeah, I got 2 more of these privacy panels here that I need to install. And then really, I mean, once you see some of the properties where a couple seasons have passed, the vines and everything grow up so nicely that that it helps with the privacy factor. Okay, what else can I tell you? Okay, as far as the pool, we have enough material from some of the little stones that Roberto had made, these same squares right here. We're going to do those. We have enough of those to do the floor in here, and then we'll do another stone along the edges here, and obviously we still have to create the step that'll come down there. That's all the stuff that we're working on in the immediate future. There's those other panels right there. So obviously putting them up there. We need to paint the stairway. There's lots of little things to do. I want to create the privacy fence. Obviously that'll come from this post here to that post there, and then just to the end of this length here, so you create some privacy between these 2 units. Now, Daniel and I were problem solving the other day, because once you're up on the top here, you can totally see down into your neighbor's pool. However, if we did a natural type, so imagine, here, let me move to the side so you can see a little better. So here's the fence here, it comes up, and then we cut it. We do a support piece and we just cut an angle like that. So this will also be a screen, like a bamboo screen. This is all going to be like bamboo here. So bamboo screen right there, which will create a nice little private little nook for those guys. So we'll figure this stuff out as we go along. That's the fun of some of it, is figuring out as we go along. It's also the frustration. Sometimes it'd be nice to have directions that you could turn to, but we don't. So we're doing the best we can. Once I get finished with the road, which I believe will actually happen someday, I'm going to start working on, I say this, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, 55-year-old Dave. I'm going to start working on cutting out the terrace on this side for the glamping deck. So remember, I got property between that gate there and kind of the pole here, going down about 100 feet down this hillside. So the idea is I'm going to do 4 glamping platforms, 4 platforms, I should say, for glamping tents, you know, glamping, glamorous camping. So I'm going to use what they started here for putting in the pole. That's going to be the start of the terrace. I want to make sure that the deck has something that's really digging it into this hillside. So we'll excavate all of this back all the way along there so that there's a nice flat piece right here. We'll build a retaining wall coming down here just to reinforce this side, but then it also creates the pathway to come down here. We'll have, my vision is to have 2 tents, one of them here and one of them here, with a staircase that will take you down just a short little couple steps somewhere in the middle around here, I guess, to like a central platform right here where you can have a couple couches and maybe a grill type of thing. And then the walkway will continue over here to 2 more platforms, 2 more tent platforms. So I can't do a lot of the technical shit like welding and whatnot, but I can still dig. I can still use a shovel and a pick I don't mind. Something to work on, something to be up here and kind of keep an eye on the guys at the same time. I think things move faster when I'm up here watching everything. And once the sun gets a little bit lower, this will be a project I'll do in the afternoons, because once the sun drops down, it's actually dropping right below, or right behind this unit right there. So it won't be too terribly bad. Famous last words, right? Okay, enough rambling for a Sunday, guys. Thanks for listening. I'll keep you posted as always. Ciao.